Dr. Loeb, let's start with the thing that have all of us very anxious about. 4i Rubin. We want 4i Rubin. We have the tools already to capture it if the interstellar object is there. We have Vera Rubin, that's why 4i Rubin, but we have more telescopes on the way, the LLT on Chile, we have the Roman, many telescopes on the way. The thing is, they were telling us when they launched the first time Vera Rubin that we capture many objects, thousands and thousands of new objects, but so far we didn't see any. Is there some blockage or something that I'm not aware of? Or do we expect to have soon something released to the public?
That's a very good question. As of now, the data stream of the Rubin Observatory is not really providing new data because they're still making sure that they process the data properly. That's my understanding. It takes longer than expected. And if everything will work fine, we should expect dozens of objects like 3i Atlas that are interstellar in origin over the next decade or so. And let's wait and see how things develop. Indeed, the next one, 4i Rubin, if they do get their act together, would be exciting. And I wrote an essay on medium.com to the NASA administrator, Jared Isaacman, suggesting that NASA would launch or plan a launch of a mission to intercept 4i Rubin, because if we get close to it, then we can actually take a close-up photograph. We can even crash on it. And obviously a crash on a rock is very different than a crash on the solid surface of a spacecraft. But at any event, we learn a lot from coming extremely close to such an object. We have a lot of ambiguities about 3i Atlas, but if we intercept 4i Rubin, then we will not have those ambiguities. And obviously, there are several requirements for that. We need to discover it about 6 to 12 months before it comes closest to Earth. And that would allow us enough time to send a mission that would intercept its path as long as its path comes close enough to Earth. But it's definitely doable, and I think it will be an amazing opportunity for us to learn more about an object that probably spent billions of years traveling from a distant star to us. We will not have that opportunity to visit the star from where the next object comes, because we don't have the patience. And it also will be a huge amount of effort in terms of engineering, in terms of the cost, the communication, and so forth. So this is an opportunity that the astronomy community did not stand up to as of now, because they don't realize the significance of this frontier in astrophysics, being able to analyze materials in big chunks that arrive to our backyard from far.
Thank you so much, Avi Loeb. We are waiting for it, and my doubt is that as they have that filter with the Pentagon or whatever agency that filters everything, so for national security reasons, that they might be suppressing some objects. After they watching what it happened with 3i Atlas, it was almost out of control. They tried to keep it under control, but people wanted to know more about the anomalies, and they didn't explain that very well.
With respect to the Rubin data, definitely they would remove spy satellites and other information that is of national security importance. But that should not affect astronomical objects that are much farther from Earth. What it would affect is the ability to detect, for example, unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP, with Rubin, because that's in principle possible. It depends how far away. Of course, if the objects are too close to the telescope, it wouldn't be able to focus on them. But nevertheless, there might be some unusual objects that are not far from Earth, and they might remove them, assuming that they are communication satellites or spy satellites, and in order for them to analyze them. But my hope is that for interstellar objects and everything beyond the distance of the Earth-Sun separation, the data will be left intact. It's contaminated, heavily contaminated by the 10,000 communication satellites orbiting the Earth. There are also fragments of broken satellites over the years, space trash that would appear, but we need to see the raw data before we can tell how unusual it is. And so I'm just waiting with my postdocs for that to be released. We haven't received any data since the early commissioning data that they were analyzing.